In the heart of Africa lies the Democratic Republic of the Congo, otherwise known as the DRC, not to be mistaken with its more westerly neighbour, the Republic of the Congo. These two Congos effectively share one capital city, with Brazzaville to the north and Kinshasa to the south. Kinshasa alone is home to some 17 million people, as well as one of the focuses of this video, the National Pentecost Stadium. The stadium has a capacity for 80,000 spectators, ranking it as Africa's third biggest by size. However, the stadium is known to accommodate up to 100,000 for football matches, and using this figure would make it easily the largest stadium in Africa. Recently, it even hosted 120,000 fans of the local singer superstar Fally Ipupa. Now imagine it's Saturday evening in Kinshasa and 100,000 fans eagerly fill the stadium to capacity. It's a sellout crowd. Now let's say the same thing happens on Sunday too, only with entirely different people. If this were to happen for a week straight, 700,000 different Congolese will have visited the stadium over the course of a mere 7 days. When looking out at such a big crowd, it's easy to forget that these people all have individual lives outside of the crowd. Like everyone else, they will need to eat, wash, and maybe drive a vehicle or go to school. All of these activities, however small, will generate some carbon emissions over the course of the year. However, despite starting the 90s with a higher GDP per capita than China, the DRC now suffers from one of the highest rates of poverty worldwide and a per capita GDP of less than $600. As such, we would not expect them to emit much CO2. In fact, between the 700,000 fans, we would only expect them to emit 21,000 tons of CO2 per year, or approximately 30 kilos per person. This ranks the DRC as having the lowest per capita carbon emissions in the world. Let's leave the DRC for now and head on over to Europe, to Tivat, Montenegro, a small but lively seaside town with a population of 10,000. Tivat is most famous for its superyacht marina, or the playthings of the super wealthy dotted shoreline. And while each is no doubt impressive on its own, one of these pearls shines just a little bit brighter than the rest. Purchased in 2009 by former Chelsea owner and oil tycoon Roman Abramovich, the Eclipse held the title of world's longest private yacht until 2013. At a little over 160 meters long, featuring 24 cabins for up to 70 crew, a mini-submarine, disco hall, missile launchers and a full-on missile detection system, the superyacht clearly spared no expense, and that shows in its carbon footprint, which clocks in at a whopping 22,440 tons per annum, a figure that equates to more than the 700,000 Congolese fans combined. And that's just one boat. Abramovich alone owns yet another superyacht, the Solaris. However, that one only clocks in at a measly 140 meters in length. It doesn't stop at Abramovich either. The superyacht industry as a whole is estimated to comprise of around 10,000 boats and emits 7 million tons of CO2 per year into our atmosphere, which is comparable to the entire carbon footprint of Latvia. And keep in mind, this figure only includes superyachts, yachts that measure over 24 meters in length. So mere tin cans like this won't be included in these figures. Luckily for us, it's not just men in suits and oligarchs killing our planet. Celebrities are having some fun too. But what self-respecting A-list celebrity has the time to lounge about on the seven seas? Superstars need speed. Enter the humble private jet. According to a study published in the Journal for Global Environmental Change, the top 1% of frequent flyers are likely to account for over half the emissions of the global aviation industry. Celebrities with their busy schedules and even deeper pockets are often likely to be included in this figure. In August 2022, Time magazine ranked the worst offenders, with none other than America's own Taylor Swift claiming the top spot, her jet clocking up a whopping 8,293 tons of the black stuff. And I'm not talking about Guinness. Although, if CO2 somehow was Guinness and we assume a pint to weigh approximately 473 grams, then her jet would be responsible for the leaking of a weight equivalent of more than 15 million pints into the atmosphere. The average DRC citizen will emit only 50. These figures are made even more impressive by the fact the popular singer wasn't even touring during this period, as well as the fact the data is only valid up until August of this year, meaning she would still have about 5 months of the year to boost these stats. Yes, Taylor Swift and those lucky few who may have also used her jet account for approximately 250,000 DRC citizens. If Taylor Swift was to fly her jet to Kinshasa and repeat the feat of Fale Ipupa by selling out the Pentecost Stadium, only this time for back-to-back nights, she would likely look out at the colossal crowd, completely unaware that their entire combined carbon footprint is less than the very jet she arrived on. Sadly, it's not just Taylor Swift and her associates blackening the skies, as Floyd Mayweather, Jay-Z and A-Rod have all donated in excess of 5,000 tons each from their private jets over the same period. Private jets, while slightly less carbon emitting on average than superyachts, dwarf them as an industry due to the sheer number of them in the skies, which is now estimated to be in excess of 23,000. And at 33 million tons per annum, the private jet industry's carbon footprint trumps the entire population of Denmark. While it's easy to read these figures and feel powerless, public pressure may be able to make a difference. And while no country has yet to ban private jets, France is taking steps to ban all domestic flights in favour of high-speed rail in the country as of this year. However, due to their use among diplomatic envoys and political lobbyists alike, it may be hard to see a total ban of them ever enacted anytime soon. So, what do you think? Do you think we need to regulate the use of super yachts and private jets for the rich and famous? Or should they be allowed to enjoy the spoils of their success while spoiling the environment in the process? I've linked my sources in the description below if you want to see how your country or maybe how other celebrities rank. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again on the flip side.